Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany. I'm a wife and a mother and a lover of all things makeup and skincare. So today I'm going to be doing my foundation declutter. So I don't have a ton of foundations, so this video is probably going to be a lot shorter than most declutters that you have ever seen. It's probably honestly going to be under 10 minutes at this point because yeah, I just don't have that many. I only have 10 in my collection and I'm not going to be decluttering a whole bunch of them. I'm just trying to curate my collection a little bit and just get it down to the point where I only have products in my collection that I really love. That's kind of the whole point of this declutter series that I'm starting. I'm not just decluttering for the sake of decluttering. I'm not just decluttering to get rid of half of my collection. I'm decluttering so that I can only have products in my collection that I'm excited about, that I'm happy to see every day. Because I feel like a lot of the products in my collection are just kind of going to waste because I kind of like bypass them whenever I'm going in to like grab a foundation or grab an eyeshadow palette or whatever it is. I just don't want to reach for them, and I feel like at that point it's just kind of silly. It's going to waste in my collection. I'm not getting a lot of use out of them, so I want to give them to family members or friends who would actually use them and would be happy to have them in their collection. So yeah, that's basically how I'm going to be doing this declutter series. So just so you guys know, I'm not just decluttering just to do it, just to record it. I'm doing it because I really want to get to the point where every time I open up a drawer, I get happy seeing all of the products that are in it. So yeah. I also just wanted to say that I have been collecting makeup for a very long time, and I have been on Instagram having a specific like makeup Instagram account for almost 5 years. So I have definitely purchased way more makeup than a typical person probably would. So I know that my makeup collection is a little bit bigger, but eventually I want to get it down to the point where it is a nice collection of products where I can actually use them up. So yeah, if you would like to see me declutter my foundations, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so here are all of my foundations, and I just want to kind of curate my collection. There are definitely a few in here that I don't reach for ever and I don't love, so they just don't need to be in my collection. Let's start with one that I definitely am keeping though. This is the ColourPop and Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. This is currently in my project pan, so I definitely want to keep it. And as you guys can see, look at that. It's like see-through up here. That means I'm actually finishing a product. I'm pretty excited about that, so I'm definitely keeping this tinted moisturizer for sure. I'm also definitely going to be keeping this Beauty Bakery Instabake Aqua Glass Foundation. This is like my favorite foundation ever. I am obsessed with it. As you guys can see, I have used quite a bit of it up. It's just a staple in my collection, and I could not see myself decluttering this ever. Once I finish it up, I'm going to be wanting to run out and repurchase another one. So yeah, love this, definitely keeping it. So the first foundation that I'm going to be decluttering is this Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. Now I know so many people love this foundation and rave about it, but I just don't get the hype. It just isn't my favorite foundation. And I feel like once it gets to the point where this is the foundation that I'm supposed to be panning, I'm going to be really upset about it and I'm not going to want to finish it. So I might as well just give it to a family member or a friend who would actually use it. I'm definitely going to be keeping this Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation. I just received this recently in PR and I friggin' love it. I've told you guys this a few times, but the first time I ever wore this was on Christmas Day and it literally lasted for 15 hours, which is insane. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping this. I really like it. I'm also going to be keeping this Kosas Tinted Face Oil. This is such a good face oil. This is like honestly so nice. It is a lighter coverage product. It looks so nice on the skin, even with me with my like combination oily skin. I absolutely love this, so definitely want to keep it. I'm also going to be keeping this Oma Beauty Say What Weightless Soft Matte Foundation. Guys, this is so good. I've raved about this. It's just an absolute staple in my collection, so I definitely want to keep it. This Pure Lease Perfect Glow BB Cream, this is not my favorite product in my collection, but I am going to keep it just for a little bit just to try to get some more use out of it, but it's definitely not something that's like an absolute favorite, but you know, it's pretty okay. This CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk is so nice, so I definitely want to keep it. It's a nice like light coverage, dewy product, but it's not the kind of dewy where it looks weird on my skin because I have combination skin, so definitely keeping this. All right, guys, we're down to the final 2 products. I'm going to be keeping one and decluttering the other. So I'm going to be keeping my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. This is such a nice foundation. I wouldn't say it's like my absolute favorite that I have, but I do really, really enjoy it. And the color match is pretty good, so I definitely want to keep it around. And I'm going to be decluttering this Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I'm honestly decluttering it because it is way, way, way too dark for me. Like, let me show you guys what I mean. It is just crazy dark for my skin tone, and so it's just like one of those products that I never reach for because of that. And yeah, just look at that. Way too dark for my skin tone, so it's going to waste in my collection. And I know I could use it to like mix with other foundations, but most of my other foundations are pretty close to my skin tone, so it really is just going to waste. I don't hate this formula though. It's not my favorite, but it's just it's not one that I would see myself repurchasing because I have kind of figured out like my go-to foundations at this point. But it's not a bad foundation, it's just a terrible color match. All right, so I am keeping 8 foundations and decluttering 2, so I feel pretty happy about that. I think that's a good number. I think 8 is a reasonable amount that I could actually see myself finishing, so yeah, pretty happy with that. All right, guys, so that was everything. I know this was a very, very short declutter, but I mean, I didn't want to just make the video excessively long just because I only have 10 foundations in my collection. Now I have 8, woohoo! But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, actually record myself doing a declutter even if it was going to be a short one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to comment down below, how many foundations do you guys have in your collection? Do you have similar thoughts to what I do about the foundations that I have, or do you feel totally differently and you hate the foundations I love and love the foundations I hate? If you do, that would be good to know for other people who are watching my videos and looking at my comments. It's good to know other people's thoughts because these are just my thoughts and feelings on these foundations and why I'm planning on keeping them or decluttering them. But I know we all have different opinions on products because we all have different skin and our skin reacts to products differently. It's just how it works. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to like this video before you go and subscribe, and I'll see you in a few days with another video. Bye guys.